Well, take a look at this. Are art schools over? DCAD, UArts, and the trend of closure this year. Educators say arts institutions need diverse students' body and multidisciplinary curriculums to survive long term. Hmm. Oh, what is this? A Philadelphia art school gave 7 days notice it was closing. Now its students and faculty want answers. The nearly 150-year University of Arts announced it would be shutting its doors in a statement May 31 after news of its closure had already begun to leak. Oh, what's this? Enrollment declines threatens small independent art schools. Vermont College of Fine Arts has avoided closure by affiliating with the California Institute of Arts, but many other independent art colleges have closed in recent years. Gee, I wonder what could be causing this? What could be causing so many art schools to be, to just be shutting down? It's not COVID, COVID-19 is over, the pandemic is over, so what's happening? Oh my goodness. Well, I got 5 reasons why art schools are closing. And I think a lot of you will agree with me, and I think a lot of you are already doing this. And I think it's pretty obvious, but there are some things that are just not being said, which I'm gonna say it here in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with the first reason. Reason number 1 is it's not because of the internet. Because if art schools were doing their job, people would not need to go to the internet to learn. We are learning from people who have no experience in the field of art. Look, this doesn't apply to all art schools, obviously, but I mean, when I was in school, my teachers, they didn't necessarily work in the field of art. I mean, my fine arts teacher, especially if you're taking fine art, a lot of fine arts teachers, they go to school, they get their they get their bachelor's degree and master's degree, and then they'll go and teach it in art school. But they never worked in the field of arts. I mean, they might have freelance, but other than that, it's like you're learning from somebody with no experience. And I don't like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I think a lot of people will agree. You don't know how many times I've learned from teachers that didn't work in the field. From graphic designers to fine artists. They they could just tell us, hey, there's really no jobs in the art field. You're gonna be self-employed most of the time. If they would have told me that, I would have felt more comfortable, because at least they're telling me the truth instead of lying to me. But they think it's okay to lie because you're paying. So what are you gonna do when people find out? That's my question. When people find out, what are you gonna do? They never really think about that. And that's the first reason, is that it's not really the internet's fault. A lot of people say, oh, well, it's the internet. It's because of all these YouTubers. It's because people, they're learning on YouTube instead of learning from real people. Well, I mean, if the YouTubers are doing a better job than the people in the art school, than the teachers in the art school, then, schools wouldn't be closing down. People go where it's better. If they go to a location somewhere else where it's obviously better in that area, in that place, then they're gonna keep doing that. So the art schools are closing because they're not doing their job. They're not teaching kids well enough. And art is something that requires constant practice, and you're not gonna get enough practice in, let's say, in 1 year. 1 year is this doesn't really happen with most people. 1 year is not good enough to turn you into a great artist. That's not how it works. Reason number 2. Okay, the cost of art school is way too high. Pay $30,000 to learn to draw when you can learn for free. And still find a decent job. Better yet, even freelance and probably make more money. Look, man, I have made, a couple of $1,000 just by improving my art skills by freelancing. Okay, and I don't understand why we gotta pay so much money to get into a career that is most likely not gonna be profitable. Like that really grinds my gears. Like that really bothers me. That really bothers me, because I understand if you pay, we already know the doctor's salary. Doctor's salary is usually like six figures. So it makes sense that the school for doctors would be like very expensive. It's a lot of training. Same thing with nurses. Same things, I guess, with lawyers. Lawyers make a lot of money. So it's understandable in that sense. But then, you know, you go to art school, you're paying all this money, and most likely you're not gonna find an art job. Most people don't find an art job. So I say that don't even bother. Just freelance. Just go and freelance, and you have a better chance. And all that stuff that you learn in art school. I mean, it's sorry, but it's not worth $30,000. It's not worth $30,000, and I hate to say it, but you know, freelancing is better. Freelancing is better, and I don't think that we should be paying 30, 50,000. For whether if it's a fine arts degree. A fine arts degree shouldn't cost $50,000, $30,000 because most people don't even work in that field after graduating. In graphic design is changing thanks to technology, thanks to artificial intelligence. So the price of that should also go down. They should price a tuition of a degree depending on the likelihood of somebody finding a job. But that's not what they're doing. Colleges are in the business of making money, not helping you find a job. Keep that in mind. Reason number 3, our colleges are not teaching one of the most important skills needed in the world of art, and that is marketing. Look, learning how to draw is the easy part, and it takes a pretty long time. It takes a pretty long time, to get your shit together, to become a good artist, to learn line art, color, shading, lighting, form, all that stuff that's required. Whatever type of art you're doing, it's quite a lot of work. But that is the easy part, honestly. The hard part is marketing. Marketing has always been the hard part for the simple fact that you have to go out there into the world and tell people why they should pay you. That is difficult. And I think if more art schools would focus on that, and if they make a good program on that, then they will be making so much money. They will really be making so much money. But they're not doing that, so that's out of the question. Reason number 4, right? Yeah, I almost lost count. Reason number 4, many people have given up on art. Many people have been giving up on becoming an artist after seeing AI art generators literally taking jobs away. Also, all the layoffs that are happening in the entertainment industry, the industry that makes the most money for artists. The industry, they're not giving, it's not giving people enough confidence. Some people want to draw instead of creating 3D models, and nowadays the entertainment industry is focused more on creating 3D models, 3D modeling, 3D animation, than hand-drawn animation or hand drawing. Some will say, oh well, there's storyboarders. Yeah, but storyboarders, that's also being replaced with artificial intelligence. Not 100%, not yet, but it's happening, and it's kind of scary. So a lot of people are losing confidence. Like, why am I gonna learn to become an artist if there's not gonna be any work? I'd rather just keep it as a hobby, and that's exactly what they're doing. It has become, many people are just keeping it a hobby. I mean, I've noticed my views. On YouTube going down because of that. There's less and less people that want to learn how to draw. There's other artists that have been getting less and less views. There's people just are not interested in learning how to draw like before. A lot of people are giving up. A lot of people are seriously giving up. And it's sad. And reason number 5, final reason, YouTube is way better than art school. Okay, Colossal is way better than art school. I mean, there's look, if you want to learn how to color, you want to learn how to color your characters, color your drawings, color your character designs, go on Colossal and look up Gatan. Right, Gatan from Colossal, she has one of the best painting courses in the entire website of Colossal. And even if you don't, on YouTube, there's still a lot of great courses, a lot of great tutorials on coloring. I mean, that's how I learned. That's how I improved my skills with Colossal and YouTube. I have learned more from YouTube than I did from my art teachers. Seriously, I have. You know, because a lot of art teachers, especially the fine artists, they're kind of stubborn. They're so stuck in the old ways that they absolutely refuse to pick up a Wacom tablet and draw in that way. That really grinds my gears, because it's like you're paying money to learn, but really what's happening, what you're getting is like some old guy that refuses to get with the times. And that is why our YouTube wins. So, yeah. And there you go, guys. 5 reasons why art schools are closing. So it's not entirely the internet's fault. It's also the incompetence of the art schools, incompetence of the art teachers, and people just realizing and waking up. You know what? Screw this. I'm not gonna pay for this shit. There's a better way. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below. Tell me what you think about the 5 reasons, and I'll see you in the next art video. It's your boy Andy Arts. Godspeed, baby.